Thanks for joining us this evening. An Iowa woman is worried sick about her husband's right to vote.
Her concerns come from an Iowa Secretary of State audit this week that flagged more than 2,000 potential non-citizens who have voted or registered to vote. Our chief political reporter Amanda Rooker has been digging into this for days. And Amanda, this woman's husband is a U.S. citizen, but she's worried that this audit could impact his right to vote.
That's right, Laura, Jody, and it comes from the way that this audit was done. The Iowa Secretary of State, Paul Pate, says his office took their record of registered voters and cross-referenced it with a list from the Iowa Department of Transportation. That cross-checking found that about 2,022 Iowans, to be exact, told the DOT that they were not U.S. citizens when they got their driver's license. But the Secretary of State's office say those people may have become citizens by the time that they voted or registered to vote. So Secretary Pate says those people whose citizenship is unclear will get a provisional ballot that will be reviewed before it's counted. Now, Jill Fisher is concerned that her husband may be one of those people.
At first, it didn't really hit home because obviously it makes sense that we don't want non-citizens voting. And honestly, my husband became a citizen in 2018, which was several years ago. He's been voting in several elections, every election since then.
Jill Fisher heard about the Secretary of State's audit Tuesday.
And then it kind of occurred to me a little bit later on, like, hey, wait a minute. He did get his driver's license way before he became a citizen, and that was back in 2010. So if those are the records that they're basing this off of, we don't go to the DOT often enough to know, do you fill out that form every time you renew? So we don't know if there's updated records on that.
She wonders if her husband is one of the roughly 2,000 people the Secretary of State's office has flagged as potential non-citizens. Secretary Pate says he's given those names to the Iowa Attorney General to investigate. He says those people will also get a provisional ballot that will be reviewed before it's counted.
But we are still going to challenge those individuals if they show up at the voting place this election and have them vote provisional. They're not going to get a free ride to get the vote while the investigation is going. We will hold on to that and try to sort it out before their vote goes into the ballot box.
Pate's office also tells KCCI that if a voter provides proof of citizenship, they can cast a ballot as normal. Jill Fisher says she still has questions.
Why, if he's a legal citizen and has for 6 years been able to vote with full rights of a citizen, why now all of a sudden is it provisional? And why is the onus on him to prove his citizenship? And why isn't the Secretary of State's office reaching out to these people, contacting them, and trying to solve this problem now?
And again, as was mentioned there, we got some new information today. The Secretary of State's office says for those 2,000 potential non-citizens that if they go to their polling place, they provide proof of citizenship. Poll workers are instructed to allow them to cast their ballot as normal. They won't have to use a provisional ballot if they provide that proof of citizenship.
There's so many questions swirling around this. You've been asking a lot of questions about the audit. The Secretary of State's office says now this was the first time they received this list from the DOT and cross-checked it with their records, right?
Right. They do a lot of cross-checking. You know, they say regularly they take their electronic database, iVoter, and cross-check it with some other government agencies and county auditors. But they say this is the first time that they received this list from the DOT. They say this will be part of their ongoing process moving forward as they try to make sure all voters are eligible. Now, we've heard a lot of people ask the question, why is this coming out now? We did ask the Secretary of State's office, you know, when did you receive this list from the DOT? When did you do this check? They told us recently. We asked for the date and time, but we have not been giving that information. We also asked them, you know, some other questions. We asked them how far back those DOT records reached. We also asked them if the Secretary of State's office is going to call all of those 2,000 people or check in with them to try to get to the bottom of what their citizenship status is before the election. We've not heard back on that as well, but we will continue asking.
Okay, well, we know that you'll keep asking. All right, thanks so much, Amanda.
Thank you.